It's October, mid-October 2017, in an old growth woods here in Rice County, Minnesota, south central Minnesota. What you see here is the trunk of a fallen giant. It was a split trunk. One half goes off to that side, and a larger section of the tree fell off in this direction. This dead tree's been here many years. Really big tree. It is the remains of a Kentucky coffee tree. You can see the characteristic split in the trunk. It's pretty common in these when they get old. And sometimes they'll branch off like this, and go out a ways, and then head straight up like that. This trunk's been here many years. And it's in the midst of a stand of old growth Kentucky coffee trees. There you see one. There's one there. There's another one there. Here's one. You can get a good look at the bark. It's easy to identify this species by the bark. It's pretty unique. Nothing quite like it. And the leaves are off here. I think it's about October 18th. And here's what a really old Kentucky coffee tree looks like up high. They're real curly and wavy. The branching gets very interesting. You can see the two leaves hanging on up there. That looks like a male tree. I don't see any fruit on that one or on this one, but there are a lot of fruiting Kentucky coffee trees in this woods. Just not these. And the species is pretty common nowadays. You'll find them in a good nursery. A good nursery will have them, and being planted in parks and at homes here in Minnesota. Very hardy. It's a wonderful shade tree. Does put out the seed pods if you get a female tree. They can be messy. I personally think this tree should be called by a different name. The story I've heard is that this tree has a really scattered range across the country, and we're kind of in the northwest corner of its natural range, and there's very few spots in Minnesota where this tree is found. This being one of them. I'm on a sort of a hill here that's surrounded by swampland here in Rice County, and no doubt the Indians were here back in the day. But the story I've heard is that the Indians like to carry the seeds out of the pods, nice hard seeds, and they used to carry them around supposedly as game pieces for the children to play with. And then they'd drop these things in their camps, and supposedly the settlers back in the day would know that when they found a stand of these trees, they'd know they'd come upon an old Indian camp. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't really care for the name Kentucky coffee tree for it, and I wish they would change the name to Indian camp tree. Anyway, that's the Kentucky coffee tree way up here in Minnesota.